Oh, what's up? What's up? We are live. Hold on, let me get my camera set up. We are live here. Come one, come all. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Anybody in the room? Okay, there we go. How, how you doing, sir? You hear me? What's happening? Uh-oh. Getting to it. And you messed around with the bot at all? Have you messed around with the funding bot at all with the AI? Okay. Well, they would be a part of community. This is more like your secret tool. So if you were to put the client's information in, don't ever use like their name, social, or nothing like that. You would just put, I have a borrower, and then just put their gross income is X, their liabilities are this, and then could you help me figure out the best product that will help this customer, and then lay it all out for me. I could show you how to. So growing a community, they would just join the community through school, and then we could have the weekly coaching sessions like this, or they could watch the classes. We're going to add to this. There's going to be more speakers, not just me. So all the different people that I meet, they're going to speak as well. So so far, it's been all of the above. So it's friends, it's been people in the industry. I've got loan officers because I'm not licensed, so I have to have licensed representatives for the customers to speak to as well. Yeah, so for this to be in compliance, I can talk about strategies and stuff for individuals, but if they want to move forward to do anything, I have to give them to a licensed representative. So I can charge a finder's fee to the person that gets the referral, but I can't charge the individual. Whoever gets the referral, yes. Yeah, yeah, so that's not the problem. So what we wanna do is teach them strategy. So give you a perfect example, one of my friends bought a house 3 years ago for $1.3 million. He paid off the house, and then he was trying to get a line of credit. So he banks with Chase. He has like Premier checking account, investment, everything. So he calls Chase, and nobody calls him back for like a week. Then he called me. I'm like, "Go talk to your Premier banker, and they should be able to help." And it's kind of loud in the background. That's you. All right. Yeah. So when he reaches out to his personal banker, he comes in, he sits down with them, fills out a form, and 2 days go by, nobody ever calls him. So then he calls me. So now I reach out to some of my friends at Chase, but they all left and went to US Bank. So there he said, "Well, we'll take this customer. What does he want to do?" I'm like, well, his house is worth 1.3, W2, 800 plus credit score. He would like a line of credit or a HELOC for 500K. They're like, okay, yeah, yeah, we'll get someone to reach out. So that, like, within the 15 minutes, the loan officer reaches out, has him come down, fill out application, has him move money over from Chase. So they tell him like, yeah, we'll give you probably like $1 million home equity line of credit. So he's like, sweet. I'm about to go to Taiwan for a couple weeks. I'll be back. So in the meantime, they appraise the house, everything he gets back. So house appraised for 1.7 million, and then they tell him he's declined. So he's like, how am I declined? Like, what did I do wrong? And they're like, well, we're not exactly sure. So now it's like, what did they tell you your debt to income was? He goes, I asked them. They said they don't handle that part. They put everything in the system, and then the system tells you if you're approved or declined, and they're sorry that they can't help me. So I was like, well, did they offer you some type of counter offer? Could they give you like a line of credit for like 200,000 since they can't do a million? Like I get it, like guidelines are changing. So he puts it all the way up to the manager at Chase, and they say, no, sir, sorry, we can't give you even a $25,000 line of credit. So he's like, wait a minute. So my house is worth $1.7 million. I have over 800 credit score, and I have W-2 income. I have rental income for my rental property. I have money with your firm, and U.S. Bank can't give me 25K, and I have credit cards that are like over 25K, and they say, yes, sir, sorry. So then he reaches out to his loan officer that helped him buy his first house in California. He's with First Century Bank. So that guy takes the same information, uses the U.S. Bank appraisal, and gets him a line of credit in a week for 750K. So it's the same. I don't even know, but the rate doesn't matter because they couldn't even give him a loan at the other two places. One didn't call you back. The other one says you don't make enough money, and then all of a sudden the third bank just gives him 750 within a week. Like this whole process took 2 months through the other two places. So, so yeah, so my thing was like, well, what's the difference here? Why is this customer being told by two other companies, one that doesn't even bother to reach out to you, the other one just says you don't make enough money. So if he didn't know me, he would have never asked anybody else. He would just quit. So that's how I came up with the idea of the funding lab, because this is happening to all kinds of people. So he signed up right away. I've had other loan officers sign up, other realtors sign up, other customers, and so that's the goal, is to teach individuals how the strategy of funding, how it all works. Um, where is the best place for you to go to get the funding, who are the people that understand funding, because obviously that when I spoke to the loan officer, he didn't know. He at the guy at US Bank had no idea why he was getting declined. He's like, I just put everything in the system and they said no, and that's it. I'm like, it has to be something a little different than that. Bank statement, like maybe 6%, six and a half. I'm not I'm not I'm not a loan officer. I don't know. Yeah, see, that's a good guess. But these are the discussions that need to be had. You know what I'm saying? So that's and, mhm. Yeah, see, and that's the thing that we need to do. If you have a product or a service that could help a lot of people, people need to know it, and your name should be out there as well as the gentleman for First Century Bank or whoever. But we can't just have people being told they don't qualify to get money when they do. Mhm. Well, the key that you gotta understand is some people, like the friend I was telling you about, he doesn't care about rate. He just wants to be a smooth transition, and he even pay more in cost, more in rate if he has to do less work. You know, correct. No, he's already back. He just had to go at that moment. Um, yeah, but he's already back. But that was an experience that we saw firsthand, where the person was, um, obviously qualified. I mean, you can't get a $25,000 line of credit from U.S. Bank. Is ridiculous. Like that's crazy. Yeah, your house worth 1.7 million, and they're like, nope, sorry, we can't do anything. Exactly, exactly. And he paid off the house in 3 years, so good for him. So yeah, and I want people to be inspired and not discouraged. Like lending shouldn't be a discouraging experience. It should be fun. Like you're buying something, you're trying to move on to that next step in life, or you're trying to make an investment to help make money for your family. Like all those things should be fun experiences. It shouldn't be something that's bad. Yeah, right. Yeah. So then, so you're on your desktop? Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna give you. Well, I can actually still screen share with you the bot. Hold on, let me see something here. So let's do that. We'll screen share. Let me know you can see my screen. No? Oh, you know what? It's in the Google Meet
Yeah.
screen share.
Yeah.
No, that's you.
I have some pretty good ones that are like R&B vibe, but like super upbeat. Yeah.
How do I share the
Well,
screen?
yeah,
I
that's the
want to
only thing about
switch
like
with
rap
this.
music is too like I like rap, but then it's like
You, well, I got it going on in YouTube, and I also got it going on this call now. You know what? Here, join the YouTube live. Really? Hold on a minute, because I got 5 people in the live too. So here, let me see if I can send it to you directly. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. All right. What if I send you this link? Will this one work? All right. Cool. All right. All right. See you in there. Bye. All right. So give you a demo. Any questions you guys have, put them down. I'm reading the chat today. All right, so Oli, this is what I want to show you. So I have let me get the address of a property. So one of the questions you had was how could you use this with your customers? But I think it's even something you could use yourself. So let's first start with emails. Share. So here's a property in Los Angeles that an investor sent to me. Shout out to the investor. Um, I don't know anything about Los Angeles as far as like investing or whatnot, but because of the bot, I have the ability to find out and learn and figure out if this is an opportunity or not. So first thing you do, you want to take the information like the address. It's giving information about the property based on what they say, but you still got to verify no matter who the investor is. Even if I were to send someone a deal or someone send a deal to me, you want to verify that they looked at everything because sometimes people can rush, they can fat finger something. They're not necessarily trying to get over on you, but mistakes do happen because they are human. So that's why you got to double check their work. But what this does is it helps you check that work quicker. So I can literally just cut and paste the information from this particular email, copy it, and go to Funding Lab. Let the bot know I have a new place I would like you to take a look at. So it's asking me for the following information just based on this email. Just drop it in. And I analyze the email the same way that I would analyze the email. And then we just start going through it. It starts giving me property details. It gives me an investment strategy. Rehab budget 300K. I got a finder's fee for myself if I were to wholesale it. If I didn't want to take it down myself because I'm not in LA. Fix and flip price, yield, negotiate returns. Okay, so giving us two different scenarios. One scenario is if we do a fix and flip, it's saying the net profit is negative on this. So that means we either offer less. So we come with, instead of a purchase price of 975, we lower that. Um, then look, scenario two is buy and hold. So it breaks that down. So summarize, still no profit at a buy and hold. All right, so what we could ask it is, what would be a price to make a profit? Make a minimum of $50,000. You can control your rehab costs. You can soften your finder's fee. So maybe do 0.5% on the finder's fee instead of 1% or 0.25%. Just all depends on negotiating to get the deal done. So revenue calculator, target profit $50,000. So then we said 975. So maybe we offer 900,000. Can you put together an offer? If I could type at 900K. So then because I cut and pasted everything from the email, it can do a letter of intent with today's date. And then it outlines the deal. And this is basically how you could start a conversation. Now they may not accept the 900,000 for the offer, but that's your first offer. And then you guys can kind of go back and forth, try to figure out a deal that works for everyone. You could also say, can we lower my finder's fee to 0.5% to help move things? Still can't type. It's crazy. So you can put your name information here, address, phone number. Then you could send this out to somebody so that, or to the, I guess in this situation, you could send this out to the owner to see if you guys can do business together. But that's how quickly you could do it. Um, what the agent can also do is help you with your DTI, so you can find out what type of loan will work best for this. Can you help me find out my DTI and what loan products work to buy this home? So then if you don't know with the agent, could just ask it a question like you would ask me or anybody else, and it'll help you brainstorm ways to actually buy deals or to finance deals. That's how I built it. So it has all that information, and the more that you speak with it, the more that you teach it what you're trying to do. So let's say you're trying to get Section 8 rentals in a market that you've never been to. This can help you do that research to find out, if it's a market that you want to invest in. It can help you figure out average rents, things like that. If somebody gave you a portfolio of deals to purchase, it can help you look through the deals and make sure that they are profitable, because it can review performers and things of that nature. But let's look at this. So I can help you calculate your debt to income ratio, personal finance information. What's your gross income before taxes? Let's say 350K a year. no car payment, no credit card payments. Credit 750. Down payment 20%. So give it that information, and boom, it starts to break it down for me. So then, why is this important? This is important so that you know before you even speak to a loan officer what your numbers look like. A lot of times people will go and talk to a loan officer or they'll talk to a bank and they'll just give them information. And sometimes the person you're talking to doesn't know how to look at your tax returns, figure out your debt to income. So it's good that you understand what it means. You don't have to know it like they do, but it's very important to understand why you are approved or why you're not approved. And if somebody's actually telling you all the information, like if I were to build a house, I'm not a construction worker or whatever, but I know what good quality work looks like. So if I see somebody telling me that they're an expert in something and they start doing the work, it doesn't look right. I have the right to be like, hey, this doesn't look good. We need to do something different. Like, you need to fix this, and we can have those discussions. And this helps you do that. So looking at the debt to income ratio, estimated payment, this is going off of is looking up this information online. I'm not a loan officer, so these numbers could change depending on the person's credit score and depending on what bank they go to. Not all banks and credit unions give the same interest rate, but in this example, it's using 6.5% for its number. So it's giving us a total housing payment, principal and interest, taxes, insurance. So it's saying if you make income based on your front end ratio and divided by your monthly 20%, that's really, really strong. You want to be under 43%. The lower that this number is, the better on your back end. So being at 20 is half that. So that's high probability of you being able to get the loan. Based on your credit score, if it's 750 or more, you should be able to pretty much get any program you want. Um, it's giving us, you could do a conventional loan, you could do a DSCR loan. That's more of an investor friendly loan. If you're not familiar with that loan, they basically look at if the property you're buying, if the rent makes the payment and you have the down payment and a nice credit score, they will give you the loan. They don't care about your past income or like a conventional loan. Conventional loan is more W-2, 1099, tax returns. DSCR loan just looks at the deal itself, if it makes sense. They do have different interest rates depending on that type of program. Then we also have bank statement loans. Bank statement loan, it will look at the amount of income that you have on your bank statements. Some people want to protect themselves for tax reasons, so they put everything in the bank and nothing in their name. So bank statement loan is something that can help you that also may have a different interest rate, but based on your credit score, you would qualify. So those would be three strategies that the system is explaining that you could what another thing, the three strategies you can use, but another thing, not all banks offer these programs. So you have to make sure you speak with an expert that does. If you don't know an expert, you can definitely reach out to me. I can introduce you to one. I know people that do this very well, at a high level. But here it gives a full summarization by using the tool. The agent kind of helps break down which option works best and tells you what you would easily qualify for. Let's break it down another way. What if my income was $100,000? My gross income was only $100,000. So then, if my income were to be less, chances are making 8,300 a month with no debt, my ratios go up a lot. So it says DTI breakdown goes up to 70%. So that's over to 43%. So chances are no one can like tell you not to apply, but just based on my experience, it's going to be difficult to get approved with that particular debt to income ratio. So it may have to put down more money, or you may have to get more income. So you may have to get a cosigner. But we'd have to look at a different way than you just applying by yourself um, with this scenario. Anybody have questions? I know we got people in the chat now. No questions? Yeah. Oh, you gotta use this, man. This tool I made is dope. Like it's really dope. I was proud of it. I want everybody to be able to understand financing and be able to get more deals. And I know for a fact this can help you. And if you're like new to investing or whatever, this is really helpful because now you know for sure if you want to buy another property based on the information, if you could actually do it or not, instead of like waiting for that lender to tell you if you could do it or not. This you can do on your own. You can look before you even start the process. And if you don't have enough income, then you can partner up with somebody to get that investment deal going. Let's see. What other things could we show to you that I was thinking of? So I added everything. Oh, can you tell me the zoning? I want to add units. So also put in this agent to help you look up zoning. So that way you'll know if you buy a place that has a big lot, what the zoning is, and if you can add additional units. So you may find a deal that is really beat up and broken down. They may want $1 million for it or $1.2 million, but yet you could add 4 units onto that particular place. So it's actually a deal. That happens a lot. It's definitely in San Diego. Some people don't realize they have a 10,000 or 15,000 square foot lot, and you can add additional units so those units can pay for your mortgage. So, so in this particular deal, looking for how many additional units you can legally build. Here's what I found. Zoning is LAR. Property zoning LAR, low density. You can add 1 unit per lot. Typically, don't so you can add one ADU to this. So ADU plus or junior ADU, SB9. So that's cool. So you could purchase it with the intent to build an additional ADU. Um, that can be, I mean, in LA, what is average rent? I think average rent there is a lot more than San Diego. What could I rent at the new ADU for in LA? I believe it's like almost $4,000. Okay, yeah. So typical range is $2,000 to $4,000 that you could rent the ADU. So me, I'm more conservative. So maybe you want to say like 32 or 3,500. Don't base your numbers off the 4,000 because that's obviously like extreme. And that way, if you're more conservative, I maybe even do like $2,900, do less, like kind of in the middle, not 2,000, but not going too crazy. So that way, if it is $4,000, you'll be pleasantly surprised because you'll be happy with the money that you're making. But East LA saying ADUs can rent around $2,400. Imagine if it's brand new, you have all the amenities in there, like washer, dryer, new kitchen and stuff. Probably could get that, if not more. Um, Rent control. So this is also telling you the laws for rental control. So that's cool. And estimated your non-permanent detached ADU. Yeah, realistic estimate would be $2,800 to $3,200 a month for a 2 bedroom detached ADU. Okay, that's impressive. So then that makes the value of the property more of a advantageous thing. You can do loans where you can finance the ADU into the loan as well. So depending on your intent and what you want to do with it, they do have. If it's your primary home, you could do a construction loan. So we can touch base on that. So if you were to do a construction loan, depending on what you're trying to build, you can finance those fees into the loan when you buy the house, and they give you 6 to 12 months to finish everything. So they give you almost like a draw or an allowance as each phase of the construction is complete. So you can literally buy a house that's a fixer upper, get a construction loan, and then finance the project. Once you buy it, add your closing costs in there. You get you have to have like a licensed contractor give you bids and then give that to the bank or the lender. They submit it, they get it approved, and then that person can start doing the work. And as they go through the different phases, you pay them out. So you don't give them all the money at once and then they run away. The lender, wow, that protects you is they'll check out the builder and make sure that contractor is legitimate, and they don't want you to get through this process and have somebody run off with the money. So it actually could protect you in the long run. What else do I want to teach? I want to teach a couple other things. Any questions? Nobody's asking questions for some reason. And see comments. Is everybody just listening to me? Check, make sure. Let's see here. What else would you guys like to learn today? You help me put together an offer. So then, just by saying that, you will do the letter of intent. So this can help you make offers a lot faster if you are an investor. And that just kind of gets the conversation started. So we covered how to review a deal, how to use the agent to actually break down a deal, show you the performa, and then how to send out an offer letter, how to calculate debt to income, um, how to find out what average rents are. Trying to think what else that we need to know. Um, I don't know. I'm hanging out with you guys, so anything that you can think of, let me know. I think we got like 15 minutes before the call ends. Could look at another deal. Want to find one that's actually making money. So let me see. All right. Let's look up some stuff in San Diego. Okay, so we got a property here in Poway. So asking 2.5 million, 2.16 acres. Let's review this one. So property, single family residence, most likely RS1, low density residence, which is common for large estates. All right. Possible paths for development given the zoning restrictions, multi-unit build, develop more units. All right. The purchase price. Deal. Asking price 2.699. Public sale in 2017, so they didn't own it that long. 1.45. What's the condition of it? Need a lot of work. I thought they wanted 2.5 for the house. Okay, it looks like the photos show that it doesn't need that much work. Rehab amount of 100,000. What price offer? Target resale 2.9. I remember my finder's fee from the last deal. That's cool. So you could change your finder's fee too if you're wholesaling. I recommend to do that. Depending on if you have good relationships with your cash buyers, you don't always want to overcharge them so that they buy more deals from you. So 2.9 million. What were we saying we could sell it for? 2 point what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Would you like me to draft net profit 200K, including the finder's fee? And so that deal might work for somebody. They're looking to purchase in Power. The house didn't need that much. Let me see if I can fully show you guys the photos. Where is it at? Okay, so let me share that screen. There. So here's the photos of the house. Kind of old school Spanish style house, but it's not a bad house. Actually, a nice house. So it just need like minor updates. Yeah, so if you want to live in Poway, guys, got a pretty big house for you. And most houses actually do not look this nice. Big closet. Oh, looks like it. Is it his and her closet, or there's just one closet? He has one side. She has the other side. The floor is kind of beat up a little bit. It look like that wall needs a little touch up. And got a lot of pictures, some detailed photos. Three-car garage in there. Okay, so the outside looks like. And it like pretty organized people too. Oh, four-car garage. Tripping, I thought it was three. Like this area of the house. I want to see the backyard. Man, this is a big house. Got a dining room and like it's like another seating area. That's cool too. Or is that like a fireplace? Hmm. It's interesting. Nice swimming pool. Solar. Yeah, look like you got your whole private area in the back. Hmm. Yeah, I want to find out something. So let's change this back to the bot. Based on today's rates, 20% down. What would my payment look like? P. So national average. So you put down 500K, looking at almost 13K a month, just principal and interest. Full payment look like if I have an escrow account. Put 10% because this is my 2.25% or 10% out, 2.25, 14,000 a month. Taxes 31,000. That's another 2,600. Homeowners insurance. So your payment would be 17K a month. That's why this man's selling this house. Jeez. Because you're only putting down 10%. Private mortgage insurance is required. That's 250 to 600 a month. That's another thing. The mortgage insurance, this can change depending on your credit score. So want to keep a good credit score. It says right here, rates may slightly depend on your credit, type of loan, requirements. Yeah, so jumbo loans versus, um, bank statement loans, all the different options we discussed. So yeah, that's crazy. And for some reason, I cannot see anyone's questions. But we're right at an hour. So what I'll do is I'll upload this into the school. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask either in school or on Instagram. If you have my number, you're welcome to call me. But I enjoyed doing the Wealthy Wednesday with you today. We will be back here again on Friday, talking about USDA loans. And we got margaritas and mingle tomorrow. So if you're in San Diego, make sure to come to the Hideaway from 5 to 8 MPB. We will be there. Next month is our 2 year anniversary, so that's a big one. But I enjoy teaching you guys this information. Um, Use the tool, man. That agent is amazing. Like it can do so many different things. I put a lot of time into it because I really want people to understand financing and how to get the most out of their money and not get ripped off. So um, I enjoy doing this. If you know anyone else that wants to learn, have them join the school community. Have them reach out to me. And peace to each of you. Hope you have a great day.